Hi students, today we are going to learn the last topic of this chapter. Our today's topic is malnutrition of deficiency. Now what is malnutrition? Malnutrition is defined as the lack of sufficient food or the non-availability of proper nutrients in the food we consume or the physical inability to absorb the metabolize the nutrients. It can be classified into two: undernutrition and overnutrition. Undernutrition means the condition when there is insufficient amount of food consumed over a period of several times. It is also known as starvation. It affects the physical and mental abilities of the person. And overnutrition means it is caused by the overconsumption of food over extended period of time. It may lead to a condition called obesity. Now what is deficiency diseases? Diseases that occur due to the lack of nutrients over a long period are called deficiency diseases. So let's see what happens if we have vitamin deficiency. Vitamins are needed by the body in small amounts, yet their deficiency leads to various deficiency diseases. Vitamins of two types, as we already learnt, fat soluble and water soluble. If taken in excess, the water soluble vitamins are excreted with the urine, but if fat soluble vitamins are taken in excess, they are not excreted easily and harm the body and cause restlessness and nausea. Now let's see what happens if there is mineral deficiency. Some important sources of minerals are vegetables, spices and fruits. Though they are needed in small quantities, they are indispensable for proper growth of the body and to protect the body from various diseases like rickets, anemia, muscle weakness, goiter, dehydration, etc. Then protein and carbohydrates energy deficiency. As we learned that carbohydrates are energy giving foods. There are certain diseases which are caused due to the deficiency of proteins or proteins and energy. These are termed as protein energy malnutrition, in short form PEM. Deficiency of proteins leads to kwashiorkor, whereas deficiency of proteins and carbohydrates, calories, energy leads to marasmus. Now let's explore some diseases caused by deficiency of vitamins and minerals. Deficiency of vitamin A causes loss of vision, and the symptoms of this deficiency are poor vision, loss of vision in darkness, sometimes complete loss of vision. Vitamin B1 causes beriberi. Symptoms are weak muscles and extreme weakness. Deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. Symptoms are bleeding gums, would take longer time to heal. Deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. Symptoms, bones become soft. Deficiency of calcium causes bone and tooth decay. Symptoms, weak bones, tooth decay. Deficiency of iodine causes goiter. Symptoms, swollen glands, mental disability in children. And deficiency of iron, which causes anemia. Symptoms are weakness. Now, how to minimize loss of nutrients? Do you know, students, that improper cooking methods such as cooking in iron vessels or overcooking and boiling can lead to the loss of taste and nutrients from vegetables. This happens because during cooking, some volatile acids and gases are released from the vegetables. These acids and gases spoil the taste and look of the food. Hence, cooking should be fast to prevent the loss of taste and look of the food. Repeated washing of rice, pulses and some fruits should be avoided as the vitamins and minerals present in them may also get washed away. The skins of many fruits and vegetables contain vitamins and minerals. Hence, they should not be peeled before eating. Vegetables and fruits should not be washed after they have been cut or peeled. And water in which grains are soaked should not be thrown away as it contains many useful proteins and minerals. These are the few things through which we can minimize loss of nutrients. Now, in the end of this chapter, let's have a quick recap what we have learnt in this chapter. The major nutrients in our food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. In addition, food also contains dietary fibers and water. Carbohydrates and fats mainly provide energy to our body. We also learnt proteins and minerals are needed growth and maintenance of our body. Also, we saw vitamin help in protecting our body against diseases. We learnt about balanced diet. Balanced diet provides all the nutrients that our body needs in right quantities along with the adequate amount of roughage and water. Deficiency of one or more nutrients in a food for a long time may cause diseases or disorders. So this was our chapter number 2, component of foods. We will soon meet again in the next chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay home. Bye bye. Take care.